Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Been a while since the last stream. I know. IRL's been sinking in, let's say. But otherwise, I'm fine. Been concentrating on other stuff, let's say. As such, my farming has suffered as a result, but we can always catch up on that at my leisure. Once I get the time for it, anyway. And speaking of time, I have a little bit of time tonight, so might as well. Alright. Oh, you just joined, you got a quad bullet drop. Hey, if you don't mind, you can toss them, some of those my way. Wouldn't mind. But, yeah, we'll be rolling for Ivan. Now, I was kind of debating whether or not I wanted to mention this before or after, the rolling. But, I guess I think it's better just for the sake of the VOD that's gonna go up on YouTube, once I'm done streaming. I should say this now, so that, people don't have to, like, wait until, like, what, an hour or two into the VOD just to hear this. So, if you guys didn't watch my, my last Wales log video that I put out 2 days ago on April 1st, not a great time to put it out, but such is life sometimes. But if you guys didn't watch that, because maybe it's too filled with salt for you to handle, which I completely understand, but in case you didn't watch that, I think I said that for a third time in a row now. I mentioned there, I kind of explained my IRL situation, how because of, you know, the whole Corona shit, my job is getting kind of slow, and so in order to, you know, cut corners and such, I made an agreement with my boss that, you know, I'll go this month without a salary basically, and we're going to see what happens from there, if the situation gets better or worse. So I mentioned that in my Wales log video, and because that's kind of relevant going into Ivan rolls, and then the next few rolls that I'll be doing for next month and the month after, because not even counting April, May, going into May, what events do we have in May? Give me 1 second, I gotta look this up. Because I know we've got like I know there's at least one event in May that I'm actually got my eyes on. Is it just APOC? It might just be APOC actually. If it's just APOC, then it's whatever. So April, no, March, in April, no. This month, April, we have Ivan, Anastasia, and APOC. So APOC is technically April, just at the end. Towards the end. Actually, APOC doesn't have any limited servants, so it's like whatever. I can just skip that, I guess, if I really need to. Maybe just roll Achilles MP1 and, you know, it'll just show up whenever. I believe May? Was it May? May? No, May isn't really that interesting either. Cause what is it? My Hijikata is what MP level is he? 3? He should be 3, yeah. So it's not too bad. Well, I say that now. He's MP3. Okuta's MP4. Okuta and Hichikata are the only two ones that I need to roll for in May, which is nice. Actually, no, never mind. There's fucking Sherlock too. Fuck. Okay, then May is looking a little bit, kind of monka. But June is what I'm really looking at, because June is my next scheduled get an SSR to straight to MP5, and that's Okuta Alter. So that's my main. That's the big exclamation mark for the next couple of months. Thankfully, that's 2 months from now, so it's not an immediate pressing concern, but it's still something that I have to worry about. Cause if you know what's going on right now doesn't really improve, and or it just gets worse, well, you're gonna be looking at another unemployed added to the job, you know. So yeah, that's kind of manka. So yeah, I had to talk about that in my last Whales log video because that's kind of important, obviously, because that'll affect me as a YouTuber, because I stream my rolls, right? So me not rolling means less content for me and less salt for you guys to watch. In no way am I saying that because oh, like, oh, I can't roll, boo-hoo, my life sucks. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. So in case anybody twists my words out of context, hopefully nobody does. But you know, as far as my online content is concerned, at least on the YouTube side, it's gonna suffer a little bit. That's just how it is. And I say all this because when did this come in again? 2 days ago, yeah, so basically right after, or the same day I put up that Whales Log episode of me, you know, talking about IRL stuff towards the second half of it, somebody sent me $1,000 donation to my PayPal saying it's Ivan rolling time. So just to give you a bit of context, I don't get donations. Like ever. Just for the sake of their privacy, because I believe this is their real name. I'm not gonna name them, but just let me say first of all, thank you very much for dropping $1,000 on me. I guess that's the first time I've ever had to thank somebody for a donation on stream. Because yeah, in case you're new to the stream, which some of you may be, I don't know. I don't get donations, like, at all. My streams are not monetized. I don't bother, because I don't feel like it. Like, I don't have a sub button on Twitch. I could enable, you know, what's that called? Super Chat? Which is basically like donations on YouTube, right? I could enable that, but on my YouTube chat, because obviously I'm a YouTube partner, and my YouTube videos are monetized. That much I'll say, but I don't bother because it's like, whatever. Why not? Why bother with that kind of shit? So yeah, $1,000 donation is kind of a big deal, especially when part of the reason why I never accepted donations in the first place was because it doesn't make sense to me, to me personally anyway, for a whale like me to receive donations. It just doesn't. But I guess in this situation where my job is in jeopardy, I guess it kind of makes sense. And I guess that's why this very kind gentleman decided to toss $1,000 my way. So Ivan MP5 rolls are still going to happen. I think they were going to happen regardless of whether or not I got that donation anyway. But what that does mean is that at least for the next month, my roll, I don't have to worry about having to dig into my own pockets for rolls. And hopefully, fingers fucking crossed, and knock on wood too. I don't know if you can hear that. There you go. Cross your fingers, knock on wood. Maybe the situation will become better, and I can you know, support myself going into the month of June, and be able to MP5 to alter out just on my own accord. So yeah, that's very generous of you, whoever that was. Well, I know who you are, but obviously for the sake of privacy, I'm not gonna, you know, name you. That, and I don't have donation alerts on stream, and I wasn't streaming at the time either, so literally nobody would know about this unless I actually talked about this. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that at the beginning of the stream, and not like an hour or two in, just in case whoever that gentleman was wanted to make sure that I actually did get the donation. And in fact, I didn't know until right before I turned on the stream, just because I was trying to check some of my credit card stuff. And as I was going through my credit card stuff, I decided to, you know, check my PayPal account, or my email that's tied to my PayPal account. And I was like, hey, my email's like, hey, you got a notification for a donation you got. Okay, oh, cool, I guess. It must be one of those like $1 or $2 donations that people you know, sometimes like send me like every 3 months or something. But you know, let's see what it is. $1,000. Oh, okay. Sure. I guess these kind of things happen, I guess. So once again, for the last time, thank you very much for the very generous $1,000 donation. Obviously, you could have kept that money to yourself, because now we're in a tough situation right now, and you know, we really shouldn't be throwing around dollar bills on like pixels like this, but hey, you decided that it was worth it to drop $1,000 on me, which that means a lot to me. Thank you. So enough sounding like a dipshit. Let's go ahead and actually start rolling, because you keep saying thank you enough, and you sound like a tool. Hey, and first ticket to Salieri, I guess. Am I a simp? I mean, I'll bet you anybody would simp for $1,000. Unless you already had $1,000 or more to begin with. Hey, congrats, Lauren. Good to know. Good to hear that you got better. One MP is Ivan now. I haven't even rolled him yet. Like, I was saving rolls until I could get on. I could have a chance to get on stream. Let's leave it at that. Okay, let's keep going, I guess. Alright, going for MP5 Ivan. That's the plan. 1,500 quartz. We'll see where that gets us. What MP is Anna? MP1. I would like to get her to MP2. So originally, before I found out I got that big ass donation, I actually was planning to get on stream today, and then rolling Ivan to MP2, and then switching over to Anna's banner, and then getting her to MP2 as well. That was so yeah. I was gonna do that, and then I checked my PayPal. How good is Ivan? He seems decent. Honestly, though, I'm kind of lacking AoE SSR riders who aren't max banned, so I kind of need him. Especially because he's an SSR one. So he'll be useful to me. I'm gonna be using him a lot for caster farming and whatnot. As for how good he is just gameplay wise, he's got a few gimmicks. He's got some tools up his sleeves. Right? He's got the buff removal on his third skill. He has like a 40% mana burst, which is something to consider. That and his MP casts Buster resist down on all enemies, just like Karna does, at least post interlude. He's not wifey, that was skipped. True. How many USOs predict? Oh god. How many do I predict? One. That's extremely wishful thinking, by the way. No, Oh boy, who's this? Is this my first? Is this the USO that I called? Okay, never mind. Could have been. Yeah, G Major, I definitely agree that Ivan is certainly underrated. Oh, another one? Yeah, I do think he's underrated. Because people don't really talk about him very much. That and the fact that he doesn't... Ooh, actually, that's very good spook. Because now it's Cersei's MP2. Because people don't really talk about Ivan a lot. Like, as soon as he came out, people just kind of forgot about him. And Ivan has an MP interlude buff, I believe, right? So he hits harder. Can you get Anastasia on this banner? I actually don't know. We can check after after this multi. Because as long as she's listed in the summoning tab, it's certainly possible. Anastasia is only available on her release banner at the moment. Okay, so there's your answer. But we'll check again because I'm getting two different answers. Aren't his skills all very good? They should be. I know his second skill is a mana burst, and his third skill is a buff removal. Forget what his first skill is though. Oh, first skill is MP generation rate buff and debuff removal, self debuff removal. Yeah, so he's definitely good as a he's either good as a setup servant or a farmer too, because remember Ivan has a has an MP buff, and he can buff himself pretty well because he's got a 40% mana burst, and his MP overcharge gives him 30% MP damage buff for free. So all you need to do is just stack like attack buffs on him, he'll be good. So I imagine he'd be able to put out more damage than maybe you'd expect. Alright. Yeah. Cersei, yeah, I've been needing this this MP2 copy of Cersei, because my Cersei was only MP1 from before. Okay. So check summon info, and let's see, we can check down here, casters. So there's Telmo, Waver, Sanzo, and Nightingale. I actually did not know you could actually just zoom in like that. I learn something new every day. Just by tapping the screen instead of like doing this. But yeah, it looks like Miko and Cherno in my YouTube chat was right. You can't actually summon Anastasia on this banner. So if you wanted to summon her, you have to go to her release banner. So you have to go here specifically to roll Anna. So I guess we can't roll her here. Anyways, let's keep going. What do you think of the new Lost Belt music? I mean, if you're talking about the main menu theme, I much prefer the main menu theme over the new Lost Belt main menu theme over the old one. It's kind of a twofold reason. The first reason is because we've heard the damn theme song for the main menu song for pre-Lost Belt, the Singularities and EOR, for like the past 2.5 years. So it was getting kind of old. admittedly. That and whenever I tune into JP streams up until now, we'd all since JP's 2 years ahead of us, and they've basically been on you know, Lost Belt ever since. I was about to say ever since NA became a thing, but that's not true because when at the time NA came out, they were still in the middle of EOR. But I believe when around the time that I actually started paying attention to JP streams, like their live streams or just people streaming themselves playing JPFGO, they were by that point they were in Lost Belt. So every time I tune into one of those streams, I'd hear the Lost Belt music, the main menu music. I always thought to myself, hey, that theme sounds pretty cool. Like, looking forward to the day that we finally get that in NA, and sure enough, the day's here. The future is now, old man. Doing all 5 Ivans? We'll see. If luck holds. We'll see if that happens, though. But yes, long story short, 2 days ago I got a very generous $1,000 donation from one of my YouTube viewers. After I put out that Wales log video from 2 days ago explaining my current situation, how that's going to affect my roles for the next month forward. And so somebody from my YouTube, one of my YouTube viewers, was very kind enough to send $1,000 my way, which he did not need to do, and I certainly wasn't expecting because I didn't know about it until literally 10 minutes before I started streaming. So yes, because of that gentleman, MP5 Ivan Rolls is now a go. So you have that that gentleman, I think. Well, what was it that I wanted to mention? Oh, right. So the thing is about so just gonna talk about this, and then you know, I'll stop talking about donations. In order to donate to me, just to put some perspective on this, in order to donate to me, there's only one way to do so, and that's finding my Twitch channel and then finding the donate button beneath there, and then donating to me. So it was somebody on my YouTube chat or YouTube channel, right? Somebody who watches my videos, and I don't have like a donation link on my YouTube videos or whatever. So he had to go to my Twitch channel, find that button, and then donate to me. Even though he had no other way of finding it other than, you know, maybe hearing me say like, "Oh, you can't donate to me unless unless you go to my Twitch channel and find the link there," which I don't say often. Like maybe once in a while on stream. So he's very clearly a long-time Twitch viewer or a long-time stream viewer. So he's definitely one of my bigger fans, I guess. It feels weird for me to say that, which is why I'm hesitating so much. But yeah, it's guy's a madman. Like, what else am I supposed to say? It's fucking crazy, dude. But yeah, I guess following that, is this another Cersei? No, not really. Would have been nice if it were. Going off that, so you guys watched my Musashi video that I put out this morning, right? How many guys watched my Musashi video? So I mentioned towards the end of that Musashi video that, you know, because of, you know, the situation going on, I'm gonna focus on like kind of accelerating my FGO content. So the Musashi video is a very direct result of that, because I would have not put out that Musashi. I was going to put out that Media Lily video 2 weeks ago, no matter what, but if it weren't for the situation going on, my situation going on right now, I wouldn't have put out that Musashi video today. I probably would have reserved that for like maybe next month or something, because I'm a lazy asshole and I'd rather do other shit. But yeah, that's probably gonna be a recurring theme from now on until this whole shit blows over. So yeah, I just need to learn how to pace myself, and we'll be good. So you should have a new how-to video every week from now on until further notice, I guess. The alter video when? Soon, TM. What are your thoughts on Ivan? Underrated is what somebody I'm basically stealing somebody else's words, G Major's words from earlier in Twitch chat. He's underrated. How to semi. Soon, TM. That and I guess as additional content, if I don't put out a how-to video, I've been sitting on this series idea, this possible FGO series idea for a very long time, and I think it's about time. I think now is a better time than ever to actually get to work on it. It's basically gonna be a series about very specific, like each aspect of FGO mechanics and then how they work, because obviously there's a lot of things about this game that aren't explained, and there's no way you'd be able to know these things unless you have somebody go into the fucking game code and figure and then look through that. So I do plan on making a video series on that and splitting it up into different topical videos. Like, the first episode is going to be on damage, for sure, because that's probably the most important thing about FGO, is damage. It's the shit that people care about the most. How do you not use the server? How to not use the server? No, that's a great idea. Here's how not to use a servant. It'll just be full of fucking memes. Yeah, like how damage is calculated, how much damage each individual face card does in which position. Stuff like that, basically. It's probably gonna take a while before I actually get into that, because I'm gonna have to consult with other people who know the game better than I do, and then make sure that I've got my information correct. Because the last thing I want to do is fucking make a video series like that and then put out misinformation. And I've already done that a few times. It'll just be full of memes and playing the rest of the videos aren't. I mean, the last two how-tos weren't exactly just entirely nothing but memes though. How good is Gramps after his buff now? Let's just say he's quite good. At least as far as I'm aware. Why the fuck did I just get K-Scope? Is there a way for me to donate K-Scope back? You're all free now. Is Ivan still good at MP1? I would say so. He's definitely gonna be able to put out more damage than you think. Why do you keep getting K-Scope? I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know. But yeah, for the guy who asked or how good is Ivan, if he's still good at MP1, I would say so. I would say so. Because you don't have to use him as just like a DPS hose. You can use him for other uses, right? Mainly because of his debuff, his buff removal. That's kind of useful. Is Ivan better than Achilles? Well, for Buster memes, clearly. This is a K-Scope rate up bandit. I know. I'm aware that the new CEs aren't on rate up technically. I'm aware this is a scope rate up by all measures, or by all for all practical purposes. Is Anna still good at MP1? I would say so. I would say so, because she has a 50% battery, she has an arts mana burst, and she's got her own charisma. So if you give her a 50% starting charge CE, then she'll put out a bit more damage than maybe you expect out of her. I would say though that I think if you can, maybe get Anna an MP2 at least. At least that's just my opinion. Wow, there's a lot of C's. Is Nyalter good at MP1? What is Nyalter again? I know she has a 50% party quick buff. And then... I think she has a Star Absorb. Right. Yeah, so she's a, yeah, she's a crit meme. She's definitely a crit meme. Yeah, so she's a hybrid, quick crit meme and quick buffer. So if you use her as like a quick buffer, then she's definitely got some use as even at MP1. At least that's what I see. I've been looking for you. Hey, what's going on? Is this Karna? Okay, no. How many multis so far? Like four or five. Is Ereshkigal good at MP1? If you're not using her as a main DPS and you're using her as some sort of alternative Lancer support, because her third skill is actually a very good support skill. If you're using her more for that, then yes. If you're trying to use Eresh as a main DPS, MP1 is kind of bad. not gonna lie. Ereshkigal is pretty fucking potato. Like her 10k, she literally only has like 10k attack, and that's not a good look. It ain't hot. So, yeah. If she's at MP1, she's probably better suited for support purposes. I mean, you can go ahead and use her to farm like archers and whatnot, and you should still be fine as long as they don't have a lot of HP. But once you start trying to use her against like archers who have a lot of HP, you may want to switch to somebody else. So at MP1, it's either you use her to farm like super low HP mobs, or you use her as like a support buffer of sorts. Cause she is tanky as fuck. We'll say that. What are your thoughts on using Passion Lab effectively? Turn your brain off and hit red buttons. really the biggest thing to keep in mind about Passion Orb is that you need to use her, what is it, her first skill first and then her third? I believe that's how it works, in order to avoid her stunning herself. Yeah, I believe so, right? It's her first skill and then her third skill in that order. Like, that's the biggest thing you need to keep in mind about her. Because she does have a way to counter her own stealth stun, because she can give herself debuff immunity. And that's what it's mainly meant for. Like, that's the biggest thing that you need to keep in mind about her. Other than that, it's, well, she's got a full fucking Zerk deck, so, press big red buttons. And, yeah, easy game, easy life. Well, obviously it's not that simple, because she is still an alter ego at the end of the day. But yeah, that's mainly it. When you use her like that, though, she can also be used as like a one-turn tank. Because her third skill is a taunt, and she can buff her defense by quite a bit too. So she does have a use for that. So she's actually a little bit more flexible than what she appears to be. Like, just because she has a full Zerk deck doesn't mean she's always gonna be like, you know, unga bunga, like I said in my Musashi video. She can save your team if, or save a teammate if by drawing aggro, basically, if one of her teammates is low and basically stalling for time. How many copies of Ivan and Salieri? Well, both MP5 ideally, but we'll see how many 1600 Saint Quartz gets me. We shall see. How-to guide on Lip? Again, we'll see. Soon TM is what I always say. It's only worth leveling if you already have Waver and Merlin. If you already have those two, maybe she's not a huge priority. But that being said, Helena was a critical component of one of our farming teams during Da Vinci rerun for the final rotation. So you never know if she's gonna become useful as part of like a farming team at some point, because she can definitely do it. Because the one thing that Helena has that none of the big four support do is an offensive MP. She can farm a wave on her own. Of course, if she's strong enough, but yeah, she does have that. She does have that going for her. And just like Merlin and Waver, she's got a 20% party charge. And she's got a party triple color buff, which is very useful. Isn't Scotty 3-turn hard to do without Waver and Scope? It's more of if you don't have Scope, then it becomes a bit tricky. You can still do it, I imagine, but yeah, if you don't have like a Scope, that means you're gonna need your own Waver. And if you don't have your own Waver and you don't have a Scope, then Scotty metaing is might be off the table for you. It depends though. Depends. Like if there's like a Scotty memer who has their own 50% battery, then maybe you'll be able to do it, but how many times has Nidocris spooked me over the course of my FGO career, by the way? How many Saint Quartz has gone down the drain? Let's see, we can check right now, actually. We started at 1597, so 270. This should be our 10th multi now. Fun. Let me check if I got another copy of Salieri, which I did. So he's now MP5. Alright, Cinderate. Is Buster Mash actually any good? I've heard that she has her uses, but generally speaking, old Mash is better. Get anything good? MP5 Sally, and an extra copy of Cersei that I needed because she was only MP1 before. FGO being uncooperative as usual. Yeah, during a time when I can't afford it to be. But, oh well. Gotcha, gonna gotcha. Buster Mash can taunt 2 turns in a row. Yeah, that's why I'm saying she has her uses, but even with that in mind, uh, pre Lost Belt Mash is still generally better. Yeah, any of those Costco cards left? No, they're all gone. Those can only last you those could only last you for so long. You know VR Mash gets new skills? Yeah, she gets new skills. Her costume change is not just for show. Thankfully, you can revert her back to old Mash if you want to, except of course for some scripted story fights. Yeah, no Ivan yet. No SSR yet. You mean new Mash or old Mash with Buster crit memes? Ayy, got him. You just have to select her old costume? Yeah. Basically just go to her profile and then just toggling her sprite will actually prompt the game to ask you if you want to switch to old Mash. So I'm assuming if you want to use Buster Mash, you specifically have to have her in her Buster Mash sprite. That's a tongue twister to say. And if you use any other sprite, I guess her skills revert back to what they were. I'm assuming that's how it works, because I got that prompt myself when I switched Mash back to old. Any recommendation that isn't K-Scope for Nitocris? Black Grail. No, just kidding. Honestly, with Nitocris, since you asked it, since you're asking that question, Nitocris doesn't really need any particular CE. Obviously, if you can give her like some sort of damage seed, then that's great. But Nitocris's whole niche is being able to, or the thing that makes her unique is that she can clear a wave while carrying literally any CE that you want her to. Obviously, with Scope, that means that she can double MP, which is very nice, and she's also one of the only ones who can say she can do that. But her biggest utility, by far, is being able to go into an event with an event craft essence and still MP, because 100% battery is a hell of a drug. Not a lot of people can say they can do that. In fact, I think Nitocris is basically the only one who can say that. Who can say she can do that? Or who can say she can do that? Yeah, that's what I just said. Hit the iron while it's hot. Make a review on or not a review. Make a video on Buster Mash because GNA hasn't done so yet. I assume he's gonna make one soon. Like he has to, right? Like we're not gonna get our next new quote news servant until I guess until the end of the month, right? And APOC isn't exactly that far away either. So I guess during this downtime between now and APOC, you can probably make a video on that, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. He hasn't done Ivan yet. I'm fairly certain that'll be his next video though, because he just put out the Sally one the other day. Yeah, Brian's rolling for Ivan. Though I will say, now that Drascliff mentioned that whole thing about Soberoni, I will say that I have considered doing like review videos. At least this was way back in the day, and I don't really think this anymore. But back in the day, definitely, when my how-to videos were like picking up steam, there was a point in time where I actually did consider maybe quote jumping ahead to JP, and then making videos about servants who weren't in NA yet. But I decided against it because I was like, well, it doesn't make any sense for me to do that because I'm known for saying that I'm not gonna play JP, so how much sense would that make? But I guess you're right. You're right, Royal Embers. I guess if there were ever a time to do a video on a servant that nobody else has done, I guess now would be the time, right? JP Spy. Isn't Go West this month? It should be, yeah. It's either this month or next month. Which Arknight content creators do you watch? Does X-Slice count? I mean, technically he's an Arknight's content creator. I do know about Tectone, but I haven't physically watched any of his videos. That's the only thing. I just know who he is. I think he has great Twitch emotes. I think if I were ever to make become a Twitch partner and commission somebody to make emotes for my channel, whoever does Tectone's emotes, I would probably commission them. Or see if they can anyway. Are you saving all that quartz or bought it? Hehehe. No, it's free to play. All free to play saved quartz. Tech's wife actually does emotes? Yo. That's how you know you made it. That's how you know you fucking made it, dude. What a fucking Chad. Someone in Farmville recently flexed 14k Saint Quartz? I don't recall seeing that in Farmville. Maybe they did that during a time when I wasn't online. But I did see somebody post a 14k Saint Quartz account in, what is it, Gotcha Salt of the subreddit. So I know what you're talking about, because I've seen it before. I saw that dude before. You already got scope, it's okay to give up. I mean, yeah. Maybe if that was like your first or second scope. K-scope stop being a big deal when you can make a full support list of nothing but limit broken K-scopes, you know? Is your mash 10-10-10? Yes, of course. Why would she not be? How much does limit broken K-scope help for farming? Let me put it this way. How much would it impact your account if you could make literally any one of your servants MP instantly? Yeah, it's a pretty big deal. Limit broken K-scope is a hell of a drug. All that time that you spend without farming without K-scope, and if you don't have any like 50% starting chargers or whatever, right? You don't have waiver, and you're like, oh well, gotta go through this shit again, and then you have to charge up your MPs manually and shit like that, and face card enemies one at a time. How much time does that take? I don't even fucking know. That's how little I face card like that. Well, I say that, and I did that shit all throughout Saber Wars. But no, but for real though, all that time you spend like manually charging your MPs and shit like that. Can't snap right now. That's kind of a bad one. Yeah, all that time gone. Don't need to worry about it. And K-scope will be even more important once Scotty hits, that's for sure. Pressing more than one button, Keck W. How long till LB the Lost Belt 2? Well, this is the weird situation with NA. Because our anniversary is earlier on the calendar than JP's. JP got Scotty during their 3rd anniversary, I believe it is, or I believe it was, because this will be our 3rd coming up this summer. So yeah, am I right in saying that we're gonna get Scotty before she actually shows up in her Lost Belt story? That'd be really weird if that... Now that I think about it, that might actually be a thing. 2018. So when do we get Lost Belt 2? Oh yeah. Yeah, JP got Lost Belt 2 during like mid-July. Yeah, the second half of July. And who is it? Scotty showed up proper with what is it? When was JP's fucking anniversary shit? Okay, their anniversary was July 28th to August 12th. Right, so that they got theirs end of July. So yeah, for NA, if we want to keep like, if we don't want to like fudge around anniversary, that would mean that we get Scotty during anniversary. But her Lost Belt story doesn't come out until after after anniversary on the calendar. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if they decided to be like, fuck it, and they're like, oh hey guys, since Scotty's story didn't actually happen yet, we're gonna give you guys another anniversary servant instead. Go fuck yourselves. Like, hey guys, I know you all were looking forward to Scotty, but since her story didn't show up yet, guess what? We're delaying her. Fucking Omega Keck. I hope they screw up and release Scotty without her mats. You know, that's not the first time they would do that. You do realize that when NAFGO first came out, and this was the same in JP too, when JP first came out, 4 or 5 years ago by this point. When NAFGO came out, there were a lot of servants who needed materials who weren't in the that weren't in the game yet, like the London, namely the London materials, the homunculus babies, gears, and what was the last one? The pages. A whole bunch of servants needed them at release. So it wouldn't be the first time if they do release Scotty as scheduled. Wouldn't be the first time that they would do something like that, where they release a servant whose materials you can't even farm for because they're locked behind a story or a story chapter. Wouldn't be the first time. Is Z46's live TD girls relay skin worth it? If you don't mind spending a few nights in jail, sure. Did you like the Lost Belt story? Yeah, that was cool. Definitely pretty cool. I guess if there was one nitpicky thing that I could say about it is that why the fuck is Paxty so goddamn annoying? No, I'm gonna watch you suffer. All right, edgelord. All right, dude. You can have fun having your fucking existential crisis while I'm over here basically annihilating your Lost Belt, dude. I thought Paxi was the most human-acting one. No, I agree. I just found him annoying. Which makes a lot of sense. Do you personally think you have what it takes to become an FGO comic VA? Shackles, are you talking to me? I feel like you might be talking to somebody else. But in case you're talking to me, I don't know. I've never done any VA work. Like I've done some voice acting for one of Musaki's videos when he asked me to collaborate in that, make a little bit of a guest appearance in one of his collab videos. But all I ever did was like maybe act out a few lines and that's it. Do I do YouTube full time? No. No, I have another job. Unfortunately, because of Corona, my IRL job is getting real slow. To the point where I'm not even getting paid for this month, even though I'm still working. Well, I say working. I don't really have a lot. I don't really have a lot of work at all. But still, that kind of sucks. Because of that, I am trying to focus a little bit more on YouTube than I normally would, because I gotta pay the bills somehow. Can I loop with MP0 Scotty? Sure, yeah, just believe. Believe in the heart of the cards, I guess. Does YouTube even make back whaling expenses? Not really. Unless I magically start getting, like, what? Tens of thousands of views per video, and more than what my Medi Lily video got. How many mammoths? 0. Sure you can. It's called command seals. Ay, got him. Fucking got him, dude. What are these rolls? Why didn't you get Ivan yet? Welcome to the stream. You now know what it feels like to be a whale. Because if whales had good luck, they wouldn't be called whales. What are we rolling for? Ivan. MP5 Ivan within 1600 is still a dream. I mean, as long as you have Sank Quartz, it's always still a dream. It's just a matter of whether or not you can actually do it, right? If the gacha gods smile upon thee, I guess. Hey, thanks for the raid, Ventos. Hope you had a good stream, man. We're just rolling for Ivan here. The plan was against MP5, but with the rate at which we're going, maybe that's not possible today. We'll see, though. There are raids on YouTube? No, it's on Twitch. Just somebody on Twitch. I don't think YouTube has like a rating feature. I'm not very familiar with YouTube streaming, though. I am getting a bit more familiar with it now that I've been watching, trying to watch more of VTuber streams. It's just kind of hard to watch them because obviously most of them are Japanese, so and time zones are a bitch. So I either like catch their VODs or maybe look up some VTuber translation videos, because I know a lot of translation groups are out there. Do you hate any server? Not particularly. It is possible. Play the Rasputin song. Hey Darty, welcome to the stream, man. I'm fine. We're just rolling. We're just waiting for Ivan to show up. Hololive or Niji? Hololive, for sure. I'm definitely way more familiar with Hololive than the Niji Sanji girls, and I believe boys. I think Niji Sanji has a few guy streamers too, whereas I believe Hololive is all girls. Rate up is a lie. True. Some things never change. Niji Sanji actually has a lot of male streamers. Well, there goes to show you how familiar I am with them, right? Is a new 5-star worth? There's 2 new ones. Are you talking about Anna or are you talking about Ivan? Hololive as girls, Holostar as boys. Ah, I see. So, I guess Yagu partitioned his talent pool into male and female, huh? I bet 2 likes Fubuki. How did you know? No, I do. Fubuki's definitely one of my favorites. I wish she would bring out her Kurokami persona a bit more. Did you get spooked when blah 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 blah. Not really, no. I'm not very surprised that that happened. Like, they would do that to him. I guess they would do that for him. Heard you're playing on MP5. Go wish you luck. Yeah, I'm gonna need it. You actually want a, you want a Stallful? You gotta reverse psychology in that shit again? We'll try it in case it starts taking a little bit too long, you know? All Live is a bunch of VTubers who are complete memes, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Psychopath Sui-chan, Ultra Sadist Fubuki, who else? Oh, there's Ivan. At least the first copy of him. Hololive and Niji Sanji collab when? Don't they already collab a lot? I know Aqua has collabed with one of them before. Is this the part? Is this a time in, or is this the a moment in time where my Twitch chat spams gachigasm? I'm gonna have to get him leveled up too. Ugh. Gachi. He's thick. My stream thumbnail is quite perfect. Did I see the Fubuki stream pulling for Shiki? Yes, yes I did. Or at least I caught a part of it. Do you know about Asakoko? Oh yeah, the big-titted dragon, and her and Coco's customer support center. You gonna try for MP5 still? Yeah, I am. We'll still be going for MP5, Ivan. Where to farm bullets? Yaga Smolensk. It's like one of the first maps that you unlock, at least story-wise. Yaga Smolensk. Favorite Hololiver though. At the moment, I'd say either Aqua or Fubuki. But I have been watching more Okayu, Korone, and Sui-chan. What's Sui-chan's full name? And I have been watching a bit of Pekora here and there. Suisei, that's right. Technically, I'm in roll. How about Russia? Russia? Funny you mentioned her because I just watched her her clips of. Hey, it's Bayo. Came back from story. I just watched the videos of her showing off her yandere side. The ship girl references made you laugh. Yeah, that was part of the intention. Looking back on that video, I forgot to put in the most obvious reference of them all, and that was to put in Kantai Collection's Musashi in one of them. I should have thought to do that. I guess it's the most obvious references that you forget sometimes, right? But yeah, Ayaneru really voiced a lot of ship girls in her time. That's for damn sure. Have you seen the videos of them visiting the interesting Animal Crossing islands? Ah, yes. Russia visiting a crazy Matsuri fanboy's island. Yes. And her coming out of it fucking shell shocked. That was good. What do you think of Ivan? Underrated. Ivan versus Drake, who's better? Well, as far as farming's concerned, obviously Drake, because 50% battery is a hell of a drug. But Ivan still has his uses. Ivan's definitely more of a possible, and emphasis on the word possible, like, you know, tougher content clear writer or something, because he does have what MP generation rate bonus, debuff removal on himself, and then buff removal for all enemies. So that's worth something. So he's definitely a bit of a setup writer, for sure. Not gonna lie, I'd watch you play Animal Crossing and just vibe out. That's something I never thought I'd ever read. How many Ivans have you pulled so far? Just one. Yeah, Fantamber. Sally's MP5 already, so don't have to worry about him. Europe is kind of better than Drake, because we already have a lot of 20% buffers and stuff. Yeah, yeah, I can see that. I can see that being an argument, or being a legitimate argument. Is Amakusa good? Just got one in JP yesterday. What kind of banner does JP have right now? Amakusa's not rate up? Maybe he is. Admittedly, I haven't been paying attention to JP news very much recently. But, yeah. Even at MP1, Amakusa has his uses. He's gonna be a fucking potato, though. Just keep that in mind. But, yeah. He has his uses. Remember, his MP is an AoE buff removal. So, that's worth something. Hey, thanks to the host, Arc. Does it make much of a difference to raise servants MPs who don't do damage like Waver? Yes, absolutely. Because since you used Waver as an example, raising MP on Waver is pointless. You're dumb. And you are wrong. Because post-interlude, Waver at MP 1 inflicts a 30% defense down for 3 turns on all enemies. And the more you increase it, it goes from 30% up to 50%. There ain't a lot of people in the game who can drop a 50% defense debuff on the entire enemy team for 3 turns. Because the most people ever have is just 30. And Waver can do that at MP 1. All you need to do is do his MP interlude and boom, you have it. At MP 1. It's really hot today? Alright. Make sure you take care of yourself, Ark. But yeah, thanks for the host, man. But yeah. At MP 1, Waver can put a 30% defense debuff on the entire enemy team. And what, MP 2 it goes up to like 40 something? All the way up to 50% once you get into MP 5. Now, I'm not saying you should get into MP 5 immediately, obviously, but just because you get spooked by Waver doesn't mean he's fucking useless. Like, that's pretty fucking ignorant, you know? Like, yes, it actually does do something. I would understand it more if you came into my stream and told me, hey, upgrading Merlin's MP or giving Merlin or Tomo more MP levels is useless. I can understand that. But Waver? Come on, bro. Come on, bruh. Is Achilles worth rolling for? I mean, if you're an Achilles fanboy, or if you just really like the color green. We know he's a Scotty memer, but at the same time, if you care more about Scotty memes than Achilles, then, well, you have Marie. And amazingly enough, Marie can actually Scotty move. I don't know what is a CE bomb. I'll show you after this roll. In fact, I bet I'm not even getting anything good from this roll, so let's just fucking skip it. Let me show you what a craft essence bomb is real quick, because this is it right here. Yeah, and CE bomb videos even exist in the first place. Were you what was your name? Botfly? I forgot what your name was. Weren't you the guy who put a comment on one of my videos? Maybe it was the Musashi one from earlier today, asking like, hey, you should do a video on CE bombs and whatnot. I was like, didn't I already explain how to do that? But no, this is a CE bomb right here. It's a low-level craft essence that you intentionally get to max level so that you can feed it to another craft essence, just for the XP that it has. So that's all it is. Literally, that's it. It takes 8 1-star CE bombs to get a level 15 limit broken 5-star craft essence all the way to 100, or 6 if you're using 2 stars like I do. It's very simple. It's not rocket science. All you do is just roll friend point gotcha until you get, you know, a limit broken 2-star C or 1-star C, and then you just keep leveling that up with like excess CEs that you don't need until it hits max level, and you just feed that shit to another CE that you really want to level up. That's all there is to it. What's Scotty's MP again? I don't know either. You're gonna have to look that up on the wiki. Yeah, I know, Nasdin. Yeah, I know. Kind of reminds me of the people who used to play back a while ago, where people used to play the knockout game. Ain't a good luck. Imagine an era in which FGO where double Geronimo is the meta. All they need to do is at the very least make his skills all targetable. So that's all they really need to do. Let him be able to target his buffs on somebody else. Ideally, they should make it party-wide. But they probably will never do that. Hey, Matthew, welcome back. Scotty's MP? What's that? Did we get a second Ivan yet? No, not yet. Just one. Is this why mammoths are extinct? Oof. Because they all got gotcha to death? Is it worth MP2 Scotty? No. No, not really. What do you think of the Fate Requiem collab? As long as you get some good, some cool ass servants out of that, then I'm fine with it. I don't care. Part of that reason is because I'm not very familiar with Requiem in the first place, so. What's the servant who gave you the hardest time MP5? Tama Lancer. Did you get Salieri? Yeah, MP5 already. Well, I MP5 Scotty? Well, that was the plan. We'll see how much of that stays intact going forward. We shall see. But yeah, initially that was the plan. Is it a good idea to use Saint Quartz on the Journey to the West rerun to make grinding easier? You have 60 quartz left. No. No, not really. Only dump Saint Quartz if you can replenish it with you know, the whales. The whaling. And Go West, the rerun is a... like, I didn't mind it personally, but conceptually speaking, it's a fucking god-awful event. Don't even bother with that shit. There are better events that you can burn Saint Quartz for, like APOC. Specifically the raids. Which skill that Helena has should be buffed? Her second skill, make it so that she doesn't need to deal with the RNG. Make it so that she gets 50% MP damage of every time. No, that would be like the biggest buff for her though. At least that's the buff that I would give her. Eliminate the RNG on her second skill. Like, she's already a very good support caster to begin with. Is the APOC banner worth saving for? Worth saving for? Only if you really like the servants. Because remember, both Achilles and Chiron are permanent. So if you like those two, or if you're just a big fan of APOC, the light novel, I'm assuming we're not. I'm assuming we're of the consensus that the APOC anime was. But if you like the character, sure. Not the 20% party wipe battery. I mean, the 20% party wipe battery is already very useful. If I had to buff her first skill, make it so that she buffs 30%. She charges the party's MP gauge by 30% instead of 20. Because we already have a lot of servants in the game who have 20% charges. So having a servant who has a 30% party charge, that would be interesting. That would be very strong. Because we have a lot of servants in the game who have 30% charge, well, not a lot, but quite a few, I'd say, who have like 30% batteries on their own, but there's not a lot of them who can give it to other people. So far, we only have like 2 or something like that, Waver and Neurobride, once she gets her buff. So I mean, if we could buff Helena's kit, at least in terms of her party charge, then sure, giving her 30% would be pretty nifty. It'd be interesting. 50% party wide battery. All right, you need to calm down. Who are you, Scotty? Keck. Salome. Oh god. Is Shuten the best AoE assassin? I think in general, like overall, yes, I would say so. In general, I would say Shuten is the best AoE assassin, because she provides if you were to consider everything that she does into account, then yeah, she would definitely be the best in my opinion. It's not to say that the other AoE assassins, you know, are like useless or whatever. They have their roles as well, but if I had to go with like just one, then maybe Shuten would take the cake. What about Cleo? Cleo as an SSR assassin is a consistent DPS, but her kit is very selfish, and it doesn't help that she has IP, which strong skill, but 60% is a bitch. Which AoE Lancer does the most damage? Just raw damage by themselves? I think Karna, right? Karna hits pretty damn hard with his MP buff. Fujino's limited? Yeah, she's limited. If you don't have her, good luck. What are your thoughts on Xiangyu? You mean the AoE Buster, SSR Buster guy? Or, Buster, he's fucking quick. AoE Berserker dude? He's cool, I guess. I just want him because, it's been a long time since I've last had an AoE Berserker, that's for sure. My Raiko's been banned for a good 2 years now. Let him be as Ivan right now. 1! The good old-fashioned 1. Thoughts on Summer, BB? Broken if you can get her third skill to work. She's alright if you're not. Or she's alright if you can't. How is Mama Raiko banned? I think you're only asking that because you don't know what the term banned means. Us heavy-duty farmers use the word ban to refer to servants who we have at max level, or at max bond level. So if I check my Raiko's bond level right now, she's bond level 10. So as soon as a servant hits bond level 10, we refer to them as they are banned, because obviously we can't use them anymore if we want to be efficient with our bond levels, right? It doesn't actually mean they're like banned in any conventional sense. It's just a funny way of us saying, oh, they're at max bond level. Thoughts about elderly? I believe people have. I believe I've been told that he's like a very burst assassin. A lot of servants are like that in this game, where they have a lot of skills that are like for one turn only. I think Old Man Lee is a bit different though, because I believe he does have a 3-turn attack buff or somewhere in his kit, something like that. So maybe he's not as one pump and done as his Lancer version is. But that's what it seems like to me anyway. Which is exactly like his Lancer self, by the way. Goes fucking Super Saiyan for 1 turn and then... So wait for it. You play the, hey, let's wait for his skills to come back game. Catalyst for Scotty is Disneyland? No, it's Haagen-Dazs. Is this Astolfo? No, it's actually Ivan. Okay. Rate up is actually not a lie. Kick. What does ban mean again? Ban is a term that we use to describe a servant who's at max spawn level. That's really about it. Sukaplia. How many Ivans is streamer going for? 5. Don't you guys just love suffering? Suffer. Anyways, where is Ivan? There he is. Suffer. Have you been staying safe? Yep, I've been staying safe. Alright, chat, we just need 3 more. Who are you gonna unban when the bond torches come out? Tamamo, obviously. Ivan rushes B every game. Would you go for MP6 if it were possible? Calm down, my dude. I didn't know we were playing Arknights. Fucking MP6? You kidding me? Alright, there goes my fucking whale curry out the window. Yeet! I don't even know we were playing Arknights all of a sudden. But no, obviously if FGO had the whole MP6 thing, then yeah, I'd probably go for it. That's a thing in Arknights? Yeah. In Arknights, you can roll for a character and get them up to 6 times. And it'll actually mean something. Past 6, then, and it stops being a thing. Is this just farming for MP5, Ivan? Yeah, it's basically it. And then once that's done, or if I run out of quartz, I'll go back. I'll farm a few bullets on stream, I guess. In the Yaga Smolensk free quest or whatever. Do you play/like Arknights? I like Arknights, but I don't play. I just meme about it. Which gold servings did you get so far this stream? Am I dropping frames? No, not really. Let's see. 2 Ivans, 1 Cersei, I think 2 Annas. Not Caster Anna, Lancer Anna. Bayo, Rama. I've gotten quite a few 4-star spooks, that's for sure. But as far as SSR is concerned, two Ivans. So rate up is not a lie. Rate up is not actually a lie so far, though. Knock on wood. That it stays like that. Arknights is a great game. Might get an anime when it becomes more famous. No, hopefully. I mean, hey, if fucking Azure Link can get an anime, Arknight sure as hell can. Rate up is scam. Which alter ego do you like using? Kiara. Arts meme. Will you speedrun max bond level Tam? I'm not sure about that. We'll see how we'll see what happens though. No spooks, so yeah, none so far. Well, at least technically not. Yeah, I've been doing fine, King, Draconis. I've been doing fine. Hope the same on your end too. What's I have an MP count at 2? He is at MP2, my good sir. Tamovich will be alter ego. Well, according to the wiki, apparently she is. Maybe JP Lost Belts have already confirmed that she is in fact an alter ego. So that's why the wiki, the FGO wiki, or not FGO wiki, the Type Moon wiki lists her as alter ego. Kind of surprised she'd be an alter ego, but I guess it makes sense considering the whole thing with Tamo's tails and such. Do whales of your level know salt? Well, we kind of have to in order to be whales, you know? Also, Rainbow Flash. Easy. Also, I saw somebody in chat in my YouTube chat saying, talking shit on Octa Alter, saying Octa Alter was never good. Bro, let me vibe check you real quick. Before Scotty came out, during the 1 month that Octa Alter existed in an FGO before Scotty, JP tiered Octa Alter as the best AoE assassin in the game. Better back your shit up, bitch. But no, seriously. Octa Alter at the time of her release was considered top tier, at least as far as farming was concerned. Yes, Jessica Troconis as an assassin. That's not. I didn't make a mistake. It's partly a joke, though. It is partly a meme, because if you look at Octa Alter's kit, we can even look at it right now on stream, because I need to explain the joke to people. Why people were calling Octa Alter the best assassin in the game for like a month. So if you look at Octa Alter's kit, her first skill is both a quick and buster buff, 30% for 3 turns. Her second skill is a 30% battery, so she's one of the 30%ers. And her third skill is a 30% MP damage buff. Remember that self-MP damage, or just any MP damage buff in general in this game, is very rare. Like, usually people get like color buffs or attack buffs. MP damage buffs is actually not that common. So if you think about it, Octa Alter has 2 skills that give her a color buff and an MP damage buff, and they're both for 30%. When most people don't have those kinds of buffs. Maybe they'll have like mana burst or something, and that'll be like 50%, which is good. But they typically won't have like a second skill that buffs them again, right? Unless your name is Saber or something. So Octa Alter has those 2 things going for her. Then she has a 30% battery. So just from her 3 skills alone, it's very easy to make her an AoE assassin, or use her like an AoE assassin, because she's an alter ego. So obviously she's good against riders, right? Because cavalry class. So with those kinds of buffs, and you give her like a 50% starting charge CE, and then give her like a 20% charge from somewhere, Waver, and since Waver has a 30% attack buff, with Waver's attack buff, or anybody else's for that matter, all those attack buffs stack like really hard. So her damage up actually becomes insane, even at MP1, I believe. And as if that weren't enough, her Octa Alter's MP casts a 30% debuff resist down on all enemies for 3 turns. So if they aren't dead from the first one, maybe a follow-up Buster card can kill them afterwards, you know? The only reason why whoever in YouTube chat it was who said that, oh, Octa Alter's never been good, was because Scotty became a thing literally a month after she came out, and yeah, and then Octa Alter just basically evaporated from the face of the earth. Because people figured out, hey, why bother MPing with 3 servants when you can just do it with 1? So yeah, Octa Alter is an unfortunate victim of extremely bad timing. Yeah, just like the event story. Yeah, so if if Scotty was never a thing, or if she wasn't so meta-defining as she is now, Okta Alta would actually be the best farming assassin in the game. And obviously that's a joke, because clearly she's not an assassin. But she would basically take over the role as an assassin because she would do their job better than any of them could. Or potentially anyway. Okay, 2 more Ivans. Let's see if we can do that. Let's see if we can pull off a miracle within 600 quartz. Yeah, exactly. She might not do double damage, or she might not have like true class advantage except she's fighting berserkers, but she has that versatility, right? And she's got those strong buffs to help her out. So she would more than make up for the what is it? The lack of true class advantage. She's got 50. That's obviously a big deal. You only need 1 more? No, I need 2 more. My Evan is currently at 3. Shuten still does more damage after MP buff? Well, yeah, obviously. Because MP interludes are a hell of a drug. But no, Ultra Alter would still probably be used, especially in like farming subs where, you know, you have like event Cs that have like starting charge Cs and whatever. And Shuten still doesn't have a battery, right? So I would imagine Okta Alter would still be used, even despite the damage discrepancy. But of course, Scotty exists, so Okta Alter is now shit. Why does DW hate assassins? Keck. Keck W. The audio lag is getting kind of bad now. Would you like it if they buffed Shuten's gut skill with the battery? Sure, give everybody a fucking battery. You get a battery, and you get a battery, and you get a battery. My Cleo sounds useless. No, she's not useless. She's definitely not useless. Cleo still definitely does have a use as a consistent DPS assassin, because more so than any of the SSR assassins, I guess with the exception of Semiramis, I guess, right? Cleo, the one saving grace that in my opinion still makes Cleo relevant is the fact that her NP gain is fucking ridiculous. Jesus fucking Christ. Thoughts on KH after the buff? Oh well, I guess we know now why he used to be a Grand, right? I hear Cleo, what's happening? Oh, somebody in YouTube chat was like, I feel like my Cleo is useless now listening to a stream about, you know, how other servants are like super good and whatnot. And I was just like, oh no, Cleo still got her use. Is Anna a good servant? Caster Anna a good servant? I would think so, yeah. If nothing else, she's a great farmer. What are your thoughts on Vlad's buff and JP? Personally, I don't think it's quite enough. Because, yeah, having a double guts is nice, but that's not gonna prevent Vlad from getting fucking wrecked the next turn, you know? Because the problem with guts is that unless you're in a solo, right? Unless you're in like a solo fight, or like if an enemy attacks you at a very specific point in their turn, then so let's say for example you have a servant with guts, right, and they're in a team, and an enemy attacks them and they die, but they resurrect because of the guts, right? If the enemy attacks at a certain point in their turn, because enemies usually have like three attacks they can do. If they attack like during the second or even the first, sometimes they can attack again even the first, even if the first one, right? They should anyway. They can attack the same servant again and kill them again. So it's like, yeah, okay, so double guts is nice, but like Vlad is still a berserker at the end of the day, and he's gonna die in a hit, even after he resurrects. From the guts. So it's like, okay, cool. Okay, so he has stackable guts. All right, cool. Guess what? They're both gone in one turn. Which I guess is not. I guess in a sense it's nice, because that way, if he didn't have that buff, obviously he would be dead. Otherwise, but that's not an adequate enough buff to make him relevant still. You're not going to be seeing people, you know, fucking singing praises about how good Vlad is now. The MP gain is nice too. I guess so. I guess. Considering you're going to be using him in Arts team anywhere, at least you should. But even then, I still think it's not quite enough. Because again, you have to remember, he only has a 2-hit arts card. But I don't know. I haven't seen the new Vlad in action and how much MP gain he gets with that skill active. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe he actually does generate quite a bit now with his arts cards. That, and I'm sure I'm not taking into account how much MP charge he gets when he uses it with his MP, because his MP is like a 10-hit arts MP or some shit like that. Is it 10? It's at least 5, somewhere between that number. So maybe he's good now? I don't know. I just feel like I would have gone about differently buffing him, but that's just my opinion. Is Ivan broken? No. At least I don't think so. He can MP loop, but just that. I mean, that's cool. I guess if he literally can MP loop, then that's great. It's just that he still has his two problems of having a gimped MP scaling, and he's still a berserker, so he dies in 3 hits. 2 or 3 hits or something like that. Those are his bigger problems that I feel like they should have adjusted. They should have addressed, but I guess I'll take a stackable guts. Remove buff can remove guts? Yeah, Kratos. Because guts is considered a buff. Couldn't you do double guts if you gave him Necromancy C? Actually, does it even work like that? Something tells me it doesn't. I don't think guts is intended to work like that. But maybe it does, I don't know. I never tried. Can I try out Valorant? Not really. I've already got my hands full with my current schedule that I've got going on. But I will watch people play it. In fact, I was in Summit stream basically all day today because he's been checking out Valorant for a long time. Hey, that's actually very nice. This stream is actually quite good. Or the salt today has been very good actually. Because MP3 Cersei, I'll take that. How did she do it again? I want a welfare foreigner. I'm sure they'll do that at some point, right? Foreigner's like the only class that JP hasn't put out a welfare class for yet. I'm sure they'll do that at some point. They have to, right? Like we don't. It's like we don't even have that many rulers in the game. Yet they gave us they gave JP a welfare ruler, which I believe we'll get later on this year. We get it this year, right? For NA, or is that next year? There's an alter ego welfare. Yeah, Mechaliz. No, what do you mean? We have a welfare Hokusai cap. Got him. Yeah, Santa Cats this year. Welfare ruler. Yeah, Santa Cats. Feels like Overwatch and CS:GO. I mean, that's what Valorant is. It's Overwatch and CS:GO. It's like 70-30 CS:GO Overwatch. You can't activate Guts with the skill if you have Necromancy. Yeah, that's what I figured. That's what I figured. Who is the alter ego welfare? I just said it. Mecha Liz. With Halloween 3 rerun. Yeah. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go full cam here and then try to. Oops. Let's see. Pull this down. Try to reset the screen mirroring thing. Hopefully the audio issue is fixed there. We're back. Alright, chat. 450 for 2 more copies of Ivan. Let's see if it is possible. 1 MP is Ivan at 3. I wouldn't mind competition to be more competition between, Valorant and CS:GO. Yeah, for sure. Because CS:GO, there's no other competitive game as popular as it that's kind of like it, right? And so because of that, you know. CS:GO isn't under any pressure to like innovate or anything like that, and they can just roll out updates whenever they feel like. So hopefully, once Valorant comes out, it's a big enough competitor to CS:GO. Valve can be like, oh shit, it's time to roll out the patches and put out better content for CS:GO. Then again, what do I know? I haven't played CS:GO in fucking years. Use some vodka as a catalyst. Honestly, I would if I could, if I had any. Remember now that the Avenger card can spark? Yeah, now that we have Sally. Valorant is quite late to the party, like how HOTS was. I don't think so. I don't think so. Because right now CS:GO, from what little knowledge that I have about the scene right now, right now CS:GO is in a bit of a vulnerable position. I mean, you've seen the hype for, if you go on Twitch, at the very least, right? You've seen the hype for Valorant. Or at least you could have earlier today, when the drops were enabled on a couple of us Twitch streams. So no, I don't think Valorant's late to the party, so to say. I don't think so at all. Three Ivans already, damn. Well, I mean, considering we went from 1600 sync words down to 400. I don't trust Twitch in the slightest. Maybe not, but this is Riot we're talking about, and they're no Blizzard, so. How many copies so far? 3. Yeah, I agree. People have been wanting the market is open for another competitive a competitive first-person shooter, for sure. Is this an April Fool's joke? What, this stream? Are you trying to call my stream a Diablo Immortal? Well, I mean, you wouldn't be wrong. We're both mobile games. Is this an out-of-season April Fool's joke? Where's the best place for chains for Sally? Wastelands of Death, Camelot. 60% drop rate. How is Ivan doing versus Melt? You mean like how many quartz is it taking to how many quartz for cheapest MP5 SSR? He's already lost. We've already passed like 1200 now. Salt is the biggest joke. I agree. Oops. When did he start this live stream? 2 hours ago. Wow, damn, it's already been 2 hours. Thoughts on FGO participating in E3? Well, E3's cancelled, so so much for that. Would you say FGO is the best story out of all the mobile games? I don't know. I don't really read story all that often for other mobile games. FGO is the only one that I actually bother reading the story for because I know it's reputable. And I know it's going to be good. Well, minus the first couple chapters of part 1. But you know, going forward from starting with Camelot? Yeah, there's a before. Going from Camelot onwards, yeah, the story was pretty good. Or it got good. And then we had bumps in a road like Agartha. And I still need to read through Salem. So, the Type Moon's reputation certainly puts it above others on my priority list. But would I say it's like objective, or well, not objectively, like subjectively, is it the best of all the mobile games I play? No, simply because I haven't read the others. I don't really bother with the story for other games. Though maybe if I started reading Girls Frontline story, maybe I'd be able to make a more informed opinion on that. Holy shit. America was the first decent story chapter. Yeah, I agree. There was a lot of gold in that roll. Septim had a story? I'm sorta new to FGO. Welcome to FGO. Enjoy your stay. And hopefully the salt doesn't get you too salty. Alright, one more within 360 quartz. Let's see if we can pull it off. Have you heard of the Solomon Singularity to get an anime adaptation? Yes, I did. How deep are you? Over 1200? AK Draw, thanks to the raid, man. Hope you've been doing fine. Over there. I don't know if you've rolled on these banners yet, but hopefully your rolls have been going well. When do we get the 11 rolls? Technically next year, but we'll see what happens for this year. I'm willing to bet that, Mr. 2 can get us the 11 roll early. We'll see. We'll see what happens, though. Technically speaking, it should be next year, not this year, though. Kiss Tam for good luck. Is that how it works? When are you playing to the MP5 Anastasia? Right now! No, just kidding. I'm not doing that. But no. I don't know, actually. I was gonna be like, okay, so if I get Ivan MP5 here, within like a pretty quick, amount of sync quartz, then I'll go over to Anastasia's banner and roll her MP2. But at this rate, I'm not sure if that's gonna happen. I would love to have her at MP5. Is that possible right now? I'm not sure. MP5 of Ivan, though, is he good? I'm more rolling MP5 because he's a limited character. He's a limited servant. Not even story-like. He's fucking limited. Because I believe all the Lost Belt Kings are limited. And somebody told me in one of my video comments. So. But Ivan is still pretty strong, yes. One thing's for sure, and he's definitely underrated. He flies over a lot of people's radars, or he flies under a lot of people's radars. I guess I should say. Who's limited? Ivan? Yeah, Ivan is limited because that's how all Lost Kings are. He's underrated because he's not a cute waifu. True. Not false, KekW. Is our APOC event next or Journey to the West? I believe it's Go West, I want to say. Don't I have the event list up still? No, I don't. The Xiangyu Limited? Is he a Lost Belt King? No, right? For LB3, Lost Belt King is, the king is, Shishuangdi. So no, I think Xiangyu is permanent, right? Yeah. Go West Resident Sleeper. Appropriate reaction. If you have Dio, should you pull Ivan? I mean, considering that Dio is single target and Ivan is AoE, you could. It's not like they'll step on each other's toes as far as utility is concerned. Rolling Ivan so you can make the giant servant team with Xiangyu and King Protea. Your comment just reminded me of that meme template of the universe brain expanding. You know that meme template where it's like four or more stages of the human brain expanding. And it's like it just goes down the list and the memery just gets worse and worse and worse. Rolling Ivan because he's limited. Rolling Ivan because he's thick. Rolling Ivan because he's husbando. Rolling Ivan because you want to make a full giant team. Fucking meme it up, boys. Meme it up. MP2 Drake or MP1 Ivan? Well, MP2 Drake. By that point, I think she'd be stronger than Ivan, right? How many thick daddies does he have? Oh god. Never would I have thought that I'd ever come across a time where a human fused with an elephant and stands at what, like 7 or 8 feet tall or some shit like that, would be called a thick daddy. Oof. I'm at 4. I just need one more. Hey, Mikava. Yeah, I'm good. Hopefully you're doing the same too. Why doesn't DW care about Ziggurat and why doesn't he have a lot of Rams? I don't know. I don't work for them. I don't know. Doesn't Darius have an elephant? He does, but he doesn't fuse with it. He rides the elephant. Ivan is an elephant. Keck W. How does Ivan fit in the shadow border with his height? More like, how's it still moving with his weight? MP2 Drake is still weaker than MP1 Ivan. Oof. I guess that's what happens when you're a rider with only like 11k attack, like a low 11k attack or some shit like that. Actually, no, I think Ivan still has an 11k attack as well, doesn't he? Something like that. Opinions on Kadok? I think he's a cool character, actually. I like him a lot. Hey, we're done. We actually did it, chat. We actually managed to roll fucking Ivan MP5 within 1600 Sancors. What a fucking miracle. The fuck? Was not expecting that. Well, I guess MP5 Ivan is not just a dream. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Just do it. Just do it. Yesterday you said tomorrow. So just roll. Just roll. Just roll. MP5 Ivan already. It took me like 1300 Sancors, but yeah. The meme is done. You guys have dreams? Oof. Damn, Aragon throwing the shade on chat right now. Would you roll for Coin Sky if she were a servant? Yeah. Would I feel good about it? Not really, no. You're way luckier than usual. Oh yeah, I'd still say so, yes. What the hell is this? I mean, I consider any MP... Ooh, she's MP2 now. She's actually MP2. What a great stream. I got MP3 Cersei and MP2 Tomo out of this. Wasn't Arjuna. Okay, you don't need to bring up some PTSD on me, man. How far is Big Boy at? No, he's MP5 now. Who is this? Do I even need any assassins? No, I don't. Hey, it's three servants out of that. That's pretty fucking cool. Two of them are actually ones I actually need. It's kind of rare actually that I get 3 servants at all, so I'll take a picture of that. Don't let your memes be dreams. Alright, where's Ivan? There he is. Thanks for your informative videos like the how to use every free-to-play. It's helped me as a new player a lot. I don't know how much those videos really help because those videos were just meant to be just like more memes than anything else, but I'm still glad you were able to enjoy them. And yeah, I'll be focusing on putting out more FGO content because of my current situation. So look forward to that. I've already gotten started on making a how-to every week, so I've been doing that for 2 weeks in a row. So we're on a roll, guys. I put out 2 FGO videos in 2 weeks. Oh my god, it's such a big deal! No, but seriously, hope you, glad that y'all enjoy the content. And there's only gonna be more in the future, assuming that this shit keeps happening. Anyways, let's get, let's see, I need to... Right. So, we must dig through my, my fucking XP stash here. Cause I gotta level these bastards! Woo! I think... Yes. We can't even get any of those cards out because we got so many people in our inventory now. Let's see. Let's go ahead and level Salieri first. Yeah, let's level Sally first. This one's it. This one's the one that's in B5. Just checking. Yeah. Alright. So. Congrats on getting MP5. Yeah, thanks, man. A 2-hour-long video? Yeah, those videos are very long. And in about 2 months from now, I have to do it all over again. Twice. Videos help a lot. Hey man, I'm glad that y'all think of my videos that way. How's your Azure Lane account doing? It's doing fine. I'm basically done with the event now. I think Xlice said Sally sounds hot, but no. Let me go ahead and burn these gold sermons. By the way, if you're free to play, avert your eyes when I do this, because this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt a lot. Just making sure that nobody else is there. Everybody else is MP5. Yeah, okay. I'm confident that everybody here is MP5. Anyways, free to play, so please avert your eyes. This is not gonna feel good. Mr. Tuhu, I don't feel so good. But no, to answer your question from earlier, Derek, I am basically done with the Azure Lane event. I'm still grinding a little bit here and there to get some of the last few stuff that I still want from the event shop. But I did get hit by the 48-hour maintenance, so that kind of threw a wrench in my plans. That, and I still haven't built Cooper yet, because Cooper fucking hates my guts. So that feels bad, man. Why are we here? Just to suffer. I play on Avora, and Avora got hit by the maintenance unlimited maintenance work simulator. Oh look, a super suck, yeah. Also, chat, reminder that Ivan, I'm gonna go ahead and consider Ivan as one of my luckiest MP5 rolls because I did not get a single SSR spook. No USO farming today, boys. Pog. Yeah, Avora and Sandy lost 2 days. It doesn't really matter, and also they compensated us very well for all the server bullshit. Because what was it? They gave us what 5,000 event points. That was a huge fucking boost. So it's not a big deal anymore. At least not to me. What is USO? Unregistered spirit origin. I will explain to you what they are after this. Oh boy, Edgelord.
見よ、我が同国の外装。これぞ良源の火に焼かれた我が魂の形。我を生み落とした悪意のナイフをかざす者どもの闇である。
Ow, the edge. So USOs are this thing right here. Oh shit. I just realized it goes back and forth. USOs are the thing on the right. That little emblem on the right there, where it says 4, those are USOs. You basically use them to special summon. And this is what the special summon tab looks like. I mean, you can go in there yourself, but something about Lolly Vinci talking about wanting USOs. Yeah, I'm sure you would, because we fucking pay you for all these Saint Quartz, right? But no. USOs are what you get after you get an SSR to MP5. And every time you roll an SSR who is already MP5, you get a USO item. The game keeps track of how many of each SSR that you roll for some reason, and it gives you an SSR as soon as you hit 5 on one of them, and then you continue rolling more copies of them. That's how you get USOs. You need to get 10 of them in order to special summon somebody like this. In other words, don't worry about it, you'll never use it in your life. Okay, now let's start pulling out some of the gold ember cards here. Who the fuck ever used them? Chat, don't tell him. He doesn't know. Pepe laugh. Yeah, FGO's quote pity system. Keck. Oh no. Oh god. Oh no. 7, let's see, do 3, and then throw in a few silvers. What a top tier pity system. Keck W. Shouldn't you burn the extra Salieri's first? Do I have extra Salieri copies? Oh right, you can't use them. You can't use them to feed into the same ones. Well, we can just feed them into Ivan, I guess, because this Salieri is already MP5, as you can see right here. So we can just use them as fodder, XP fodder. Let's see, just do that and just do this. Hey, Bronze Ember's actually coming to use. Okay, thanks, dear. D is Eri Simulator. Okay, also, Is Anastasia better than MP5 Kazgil? More like you can use them together. Because Anastasia has a 50% battery, Kazgil does not. And Kazgil can help Anna do her job better. So, honestly, if you're farming assassins, which you probably are a lot if you're farming for bullets at the moment, then yeah, you might want to use them together. Because they buff each other. Because they both have charismas. And Kazgil has an arts buff for the whole team, which is very nice. And someone asked, is MP2 Tamo better than MP1, or whatever the question was? And the answer is yes. And it's actually a big deal, because once you do her MP interlude, which buffs it, it buffs her healing rate. And because Tamo is the kind of servant where the whole point of her is to get her to spam her MP, the more you can spam it, the more she heals. So that extra increase in healing power, even if it's only just like 500 or so, it adds up over time. And given how many times she spams her MP, it'll get there quick. Also. Salieri limited. I believe he's story locked. So technically he's not, but I had a two stack there just hiding there. Yeah, Izo's gonna be the 3-star who's limited. Because limited 3 stars is... Alright. Also, let's change Salieri's skin to a second skin, because his second skin is the classiest. Classy boy. Oh, actually, I forgot. Need to give him these. Isn't Izo the same banner as Okta Alter? Yeah. Yeah, he is. So you should have plenty of chances to roll for him. Alright. Sally is now maxed stats. Now we shall work on his skills. How far can I level his skills again? Let's see. Izo, okay, he... What? Not Izo. Salary, okay, he needs bullets and frost. Makes sense. Why are you leaving the pure blooms in the box? Because I don't really need to open them. If I do, I'm just gonna straight up just use them as CE fodder right away. That's a lot of chains. Yes, sir, they are. How many items did he get? All 5. I'm more worried about my spinal fluids, man. I should be good for the rest of this year, but too bad we don't get another lottery with him in it. Is there ever an end to Bone and Feather Hell? Well, Bone Hell, yes. Feather Hell, yes and maybe. Why do you have three different angry mangoes at 3rd Ascension? Here's a better question. Why are 3 of them at MP5? When's next lottery? Yeah, around August. August or September. Okay, I have to stop there because I'm reserving boats for Anna. And to answer your question about Angry Mango, I don't burn him. I've just been kind of sitting on all the copies that I ever get of him. So he just kind of sits there. And I haven't bothered getting him to his 4th Ascension yet, so he's just kind of sitting there. Okay, now let's go ahead and level up Ivan. Let's see. Uh-oh. My gold, my ember stash from all the lotteries are now gone. Pepe hands. Feels bad, man. feels fucking sad, man. All my lottery embers are now gone. They didn't even last 2 months, or they didn't even last 3 months. Fucking oof. Oops. Oh wait, hold on. I was supposed to do this. Didn't even last 3 months. Use the foe first. Doesn't the game still give you that weird bug where if you use foes first and you try and enhance, it doesn't let you go to the Ascension tab anymore, or it doesn't let you go to the Ascension tab directly. I know I've run into that kind of problem before. Yeah, MP5. All right, let's get to feeding him. All that farming gone, reduced to atoms. Well, such is the life of a whale, right? Let's see, 13. We'll do 6, and then start throwing them some sallies. How good is Ivan, by the way? Well, apparently, even at MP1, he does more damage than MP2 Drake, so that's something. Does Ivan have a face? It's somewhere there. Didn't really say much. Who's your Lancer main? Tama Lancer. Oof! Got super sucked by the thick elephant. How can I farm bullets for Anastasia more quickly? You farm faster. Alright, time to start pulling out these 100 stacks, and 50 stacks I guess too. Is Salieri a good 3-star? He's interesting. Would I say he's good? Like, nothing about him stands out. At least not... I'd have to look at his kit again, but from what I remember, it's like... Well... Like, you're cool, but... Oof, another super suck. Okay, I'm starting to think that Ivan is a big fan of me. That's 2 super sucks, and that's an MP5 without any spooks. Especially during a time where I kind of needed to rely on some good luck there. Ivan is Cap Pride. Oh god. That feel when the waifus don't give you the super sucks, but the boys in the yard do. Me and the boys getting these super sucks in FGO. Fucking gachi-gasm, bro. Me and the boys. This is why they give the boys milkshakes. Oof. Honorary Russian. I'll take it. Has a Zig event ran in NA before? No, we're gonna get it at the end of this month. At least we're scheduled to. Wow, short and sweet and to the point. I like him already. Hey, triple super suck. It's already more than more than what I can say about a lot of the waifus that I've rolled in this game. Alright. And then with this, let's go ahead and... I think I pulled out all the 30, or the 50 stacks. So instead of pulling out like another 100 stack, I will go ahead and go into second archive. And then pull some of these out. Let's see, 14 should do it? Question mark. Yeah. MP5 Anastasia, oh god. Alright. Alright, and then pull out some of the foes. There we go. Grail him now. Do it, you won't? Yeah, of course I won't. Well, if you insist that I don't, sure, I won't do it. Congratulations, you played yourself. No, but seriously, I've got my grails reserved for other waifus, I guess. Okay. Where's Ivan again? It's up here. And let's see how far we can take him. He just needs Frost, so I believe I can get him to the level 8? Should, anyway. Will you do a video on Siegfried? Well, maybe at one point. There's a higher chance of that happening now that I'm concentrating on putting out some videos every week. You wear all the ones you like or just meta? The ones I like. Stream freeze? Nope. Stream's going fine. Is Chloe grilled to 100? No, she's at 90. She will be good. She will go to 100. Man, now that I'm going through all these skill leveling, I realized that I don't really have a lot of materials. Like stingers and fluids. Like, I thought I was good at fluids, and I guess 4 or 5 months later, turns out I'm actually not good on fluids. Or are you planning to grill to 100 in the future? Chloe, Suzuka, and Saber Shiki for sure. Every event gives grails. That is not true. We have had events before, quite a few of them actually, that don't give grails at all. They give lures, but not grails. Okay. What time is it? Oh, it's already 8. It's kind of late. I was going to farm bullets, but then I forgot how long fucking rolling takes because I don't skip anything. I guess that just kind of goes on to show you how fucking long rolling takes. But we go for MP2 Anna because has anybody seen a fully grilled George? I think I have. I don't know if I forget if at one point there was one on my friends or just if I just saw someone on the random friend support thing. But I've seen them before. It's not uncommon. Lel. Yeah. Alright, give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Pog! The rolling continues! Yeah. I'm gonna try to get MP2 Anastasia, but chances are it's not gonna happen. Because obviously, we only have 200 quartz, and that can only get us so much. Only men of culture call her Nastia. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that name, but it kind of sounds like you're calling her nasty. It's a diminutive form of Anastasia. Okay, so it's like a Russian linguistics thing. Then yeah, clearly that means I don't understand. I just call her Cheeky Breeky. This is the lowest I've seen my quartz count. Oh yeah. Understandable, considering that technically I don't have a salary at the moment. Nasty ass. How many quartz do you normally need for one raid of 5-star? Statistically speaking, your average is 300, but don't trust that. Because you actually relying on, you know, oh, on average, it should take me 300 quartz to roll one raid of SSR, or just one SSR, like, at all, period, not even just a raid of one. That's dangerous. Because you can be like me, or other people, who have rolled literal thousands of Saint Quartz, and not gotten one SSR. And it's great. So, yeah, don't trust the average. And really, only that average only really exists because, over like a long period of time of rolling a ton of Saint Quartz, if you were to calculate all the Saint Quartz that you've ever rolled, and then, you know, and then you count the number of SRs that you rolled as well, and then you know, do the averages and shit like that, then maybe you'll get like an average of 300 Saint Quartz, but per individual SSR, that's not a reliable statistic. Because it can literally take you any amount of Saint Quartz, because gotcha gonna gotcha, and if it wants to fuck you that day, it'll fuck you. Thankfully, it didn't fuck me today. Well, it still has a chance to if I blow all the rest of the Saint Quartz without pulling another MP2, another Anastasia. As I have an MP5 already, yeah. I think you'll be able to roll on APOC banner. I will a little bit, at least. I will recharge on Saint Quartz before then. So yeah. But am I gonna be going like too hard, too deep on it? Probably not, because they are both permanent. That being said, though, now we've gotten into the point of the game now where we have so many permanent servants. It's like what are the chances of now of like being able to actually roll an SSR who you don't already have MP5? Like, I only rolled Scheherazade MP1 during Agartha at some point last year. I think it's been a year by this point, right? Or just about close to. Maybe like give it a couple more months and it'll be a year. But I was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna roll Scheherazade MP1 and then I'll just let her spook me. And then almost a year later, well, still waiting on that Scheherazade spook real quick. She's still MP1 now. Or she's still MP1 even after all this time. It's good to be butt-fucked once in a while. It builds character. What is this, deep dark fantasy? I'm gonna show you who's the boss of this gym. Because that's statistics, yes sir. But unfortunately, people tend to misunderstand what statistics are meant for. You mean man-okism? Cool. Hi, plushy mistress. Not understanding maths. I mean, I'm a streamer, yo. You know how it is with streamers. And not being able to do math on stream. You see, Ivan. I make AK that shoot quartz instead of bullet. We make sand quartz shoot more sand quartz. Who's excited about Jean Zerker? Her swimsuit is hot. Oh, and she's a weeb, so that's cool. Does Babbage count as thick? If you're into that, yes. I got 2 Ishtars and 3 tickets. Hey, congratulations. I've gotten spooked by Morges 4 times, you don't understand. It be like that sometimes. I know, I remember when I used to have Waver constantly spook me. He hasn't done so in a while, and hopefully he doesn't, but... Yeah, I think during year 1. Yeah, year 1, Waver... If you can believe it, Waver is one of the only SSRs I've never had to specifically roll for, because he always kept showing up. I guess back during year 1, when there were hardly any servants in the pool, at least not as many as we do now. I guess it was a lot easier to pull Waver back then. So I guess it's not too surprising. I'm sorry for your loss. Don't be. Going for MP2 Anastasia. Yeah. It ain't working out too hot for me, I'll tell you that much. Imagine actually having Waver. Couldn't be me. Feels bad, man. Hopefully you get your own Waver soon. I mean, he does have his class summoning banner thing. Maybe you could try your luck on that. Could I pull Waver in a single? I mean, yeah, sure. Will you actually pull him on a single, though? No SSR on a 10 roll? Min roll! I mean, you can get an SSR as your 1 gold card and have everything else silver, and technically you could still call it a min roll, right? That's how it works, doesn't it? Imagine getting constantly spooked by Artemis. Oof. I can imagine that. It still causes me physical pain to this day. And that's double-sided. Give me Nyalter. Give fuck. Shit. Shit. Hey, Power Mega. What's going on, man? Fuck. I mean, I know you were involved in the story and all that, but come on. Ivan in the boys only stream. Boys only, no girls allowed. Is Salieri good to farm? Like, as in, are you asking if he's good to farm with? I mean, he is AoE, but he's an Avenger, so my answer would be no. But I guess if you're going up against a lot of Berserkers, maybe, and you need like a budget option, I guess. But I don't think Sally has any team buffs, does he? So I'm not too sure how he would be as a farmer. Sally is an arts looper? Oh, I guess. But again, Avenger class is a bitch. Just grail your Sally. Easy. Alter Tamamo should be a thing. Hey, I'd fucking wail for it. Oh, hey guys, it's Ivan. Oh shit. Oh well, there's a spook that I was afraid of getting this stream. Shit. I was kidding when I said it was Ivan game. You just had to make it a 5-star. Oh well, now the stream is certified JoJo meme. He is in the new movie. I think we'll have this image up for the rest of tonight. I think this is kind of appropriate. We are now certified JoJo meme. And actually, that's actually quite relevant because we were rolling for Ivan just a little while ago. What is this, a Pheno stream? Nice, Ozzy. Oh well, I think Ozzy just stole Anastasia's spot there, so I doubt Anastasia's gonna show up. Ooh, Tomoe? Tomoe? Fuck! Chat. Chat. Chat, I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm dying, chat. He's back. He's back to haunt my dreams. Oof. Okay, now you're done. Yes, yes. Fucking final nail into the coffin. Hit it, hammer it down good. Just pound that shit like your name's Billy Harrington. Just fucking pound that shit. Toss my coffin into the sea. I'm done, chat. We're good night. We out. I must go. My people need me. At least MP3 Nyalter is a good consolation, though. I must go. My people need me. This is what Lost Vault 4 is gonna be like. Just Arjuna, Arjuna, Arjuna. Fuck. Nice USO farming content, Kappa. This better not be an Arjuna, thank you. Yes, yes. You're welcome. I am the premium USO content creator. Nobody else can farm USOs better than me. It is my claim to fame. Kappa. Could have sworn he wasn't MP5 yet. Okay, listen, chat. Listen. Listen. I understand that I made a little bit of a fuck up last time, but he's MP5 now. Don't worry. I can show him to you after I'm done with this multi. Fucking oof. I can show him to you after this multi. Yeah. He's MP5, I swear. See, look, I didn't make the same mistake twice. Fucking feels bad, man. At least Nyalter is MP3. MP3 is a good number. Hey, you can burn him this time. Yes, I can. Accidentally burns the MP5 Arjuna. No. 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 Holy music stops. Jazz music stops. No. Who's your favorite meme servant? Meme servant. Rio! Or, I say Rio. Paul. because 2-second MP. Lol. Well, this is gonna be the final multi of the night. So if Anna doesn't show up here, I get to go commit Sudoku. No, just kidding. I mean get off the stream. I'm too Sally, and I have a piano. I'm not afraid to use the bash someone's head open. Oh, did I roll Ivan? Oh, fuck. Oh no, chat. Is this Arjuna? Okay, good. Alright, wrong banner? Okay, then that means we can just skip this shit. Oof.
Yeah.
Did I roll the wrong banner? Yeah, I must have, because if you go to the summoning banner, this is the first one that shows up, right? Okay. Well.
おや、何か聖書石の購入ありがとう。とても貴重なものだ。一気に使ってはいけないよ。君に幸運がありますよ。
Hey, look, chat. Where did all those Saint Quartz come from? Where did all those Saint Quartz come from? I must have traveled in time and gotten my next 2 or 3 months worth of free Saint Quartz. Where'd this Saint Quartz come from, chat? I don't know. It just magically appeared. All I need to do is just switch to my full cam like this, and then switch back, and boom. Voila! No, but seriously, since I rolled on the wrong banner, I feel like it would be a cop-out, because I said I would do one more multi on this. But no, I'm not gonna roll all the Saint Quartz pack away, because I want to use at least some of it to start rolling some to start farming some gunpowder. So maybe I'll do like one. Maybe I'll do like one more roll after this one max, and I wanna use the rest for actual farming, because I know my apple stash isn't gonna last me forever. Because I need to go hard on gunpowder farming, because I'm actually quite far behind. Because I know a couple people on my friends list already have Anna 10-10-10, so that means I've got some catching up to do. That's for sure. Convenient excuse. Yes, it actually is. Not gonna lie, it's quite convenient. Anyone want to update me on his rolls? We got MP5 Ivan, and that took like what 1,300 Saint Quartz or so? Question mark? Somewhere around that. And then now I'm trying to just go for MP2 Anna, Caster Anna, or Cheeky Breeky Anna. I don't think it'll happen because we got spooked twice in a row by Ozzy and Arjuna, so not feeling too confident on my SSR luck right now. How do I get that bug? I'm free to play. It's not a bug, chat. It's not a bug. I just time travel into the future and farmed all my free-to-play Saint Quartz for the next 3 months, and then came back with it back. Came back with it all. Capital. It's not a bug. It's a feature. Why Cheeky Breeky? Well, because she's Russian, and well, I love my dumb memes, and Cheeky Breeky is a dumb meme, and I love it. Alrighty, chat. One more multi, and I'll call it for tonight. Name a free-to-play more powerful than Tuhu. Rexlent, may you rest in peace. Did I use the USSR? I don't even think I don't even think it would act as a proper catalyst, right? Because it's not technically from Anastasia's timeline, or from her time period. Maybe it would have worked. I don't know. Rex is dead. He's not coming back. That's for sure. He's not from what I know. One more multi and he lied. Don't believe his lies. Don't believe his lies. You don't know until you try. Yesterday you said tomorrow, so just roll. Just do it. Oh no, chat. Which USO is this? I'm scared. Hold me, chat. Ah! It's Vlad, isn't it? Ah! Ah! Chat, I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm dying. So, full cam for a quick second here, chat. So these were where all my spooks were. Fuck me, dude. It's time for bed. Enough salt for today. We got 3 USOs and literally... Bro, chat, that was 3 USOs in 300 quartz. What the fuck? Okay, I'm done, chat. That's it. But that's enough salt for tonight. I'm so salty. I don't even want to farm bullets anymore on stream. No, just kidding. I actually need to go eat dinner because I'm fucking hungry. And it's already 8 at this time. Thanks guys so much for watching. Let me just do my little outro here real quick. I'm gonna go raid X Slice, and you guys can have some more salt over on his end as well. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me and enjoying all the salt. I'm gonna make some roll highlights out of this because I think we got some juicy salt tonight. But yeah, so look forward to that highlights video in case you guys missed any of the VOD or the stream for tonight. And yeah, now that I said I'm going to be doing more consistent FGO content, look forward to the next how-to meme next week. And if you guys didn't watch the one I put out on Musashi earlier today, go check it out. I think I did a pretty good job on that. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And yeah, I'll be back. I should be streaming again soon for bullet farming on stream. So look forward to that. And hang out with me if you can. So again, thanks for watching. Have a good night, evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you guys are. And we'll see you guys later. Peace out, guys. And stay safe, wash your hands, and keep being a dirty fucking weeb.